Big up, big up, big up. What's going on, folks? How y'all doing out there? This is Lee Black, and I am the host of Real Talk for Real Men. Welcome to Wednesday's edition, January the 10th. And so your boy is officially an old man. I've been basking in the glory of taking another spin around the sun. A lot of Capricorns, friends that I know that are having birthdays in the month of January, that are Capricorns are good people. So I know my boy Kenny is on this month-long celebration as well. So anyway, it's been a good start to the year for me on so many ways. In fact, by the end of the show, I want to share something truly positive that happened that just made my week just magnificent. With that said, welcome to another edition. And I got my co-host already in the background. This is Tasha Mack from Memphis. What's up, McMack?
Not much, not as hype as you are, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? I am in a great mood. I'm not even gonna wait till the end of the show. I'll share with the viewers why I'm in such a great mood. Because something great happened. We always focus sometimes on negative. So, I'm off to a great positive start. And I'll share a quick story. And who knows, by the time I finish this little story, it's going to be really quick. Maybe we'll have some of the family. If not, it might just be me and McMack in the place because we already got the real estate insider popping up. What's going on? And so that's Mr. TFG himself. So this is a new year. New things are coming as part of the TFG family. And that's the man, the innovator himself. And we are part of that. Real Talk for Real Men is a small, microscopic part of the TFG family, and we're trying to find our place again and get our weight up in this joint. But we're coming, and you can find us on YouTube and Facebook. You can find me under the title of the show, Real Talk for Real Men, and of course, you can find this content under TFG Ratchet on YouTube and Facebook. And I got my sis in the house. What's up, Sherry? How you doing?
What's up, brother? What's up, Tasha?
Hey, Sherry.
Sure. Miss Carolyn, welcome.
Sure.
Thanks for popping in, Miss Carolyn. Fantastic. So Tasha was and getting the hellos out of the way. I was going to share with everybody why I'm in such a positive, uplifting mood today. So I was going to tell a quick story, and Sherry popped in perfect timing. My brother-in-law, in all likelihood, probably would not be here today if it wasn't for an incident that happened the other night. Long story short, my brother-in-law has had multiple heart surgeries, and long story short, I get off work the other night. That was the night before last. And my sister, she just had this, Sherry, she had this feeling. My older sister, her husband, he was laboring and breathing. He had been going on for over a weekend, 4 or 5 days or whatever. Long story short, Sherry and I are having this conversation back and forth. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. Anyway, we set some things in motion, and ultimately his son takes him to the hospital only to discover that when they got him there, this was happened to be about, I guess, 1:30 in the morning. They take him to the hospital in Little Rock. His heart was blocked at 99.7%. 99.7%. And I actually saw the sonogram, the x-rays of his heart today, where he's got 6 stents he had in there. It was blocked at a 99.7%. The doctor, upon seeing this, said, had he not got there, we may not have him. I'm happy to report they was able to put a stent in my brother-in-law's heart last night. He's back home, folks. He's back home doing well. So even where I thought that he was going to be in the hospital for a few days, God is good. So that's why I'm in such a great, great mood, because we always focus on the negative stuff. This is a positive, life-affirming story that God is good. And yes, he works in mysterious ways by using vessels, like myself and Sherry, to get things in motion. So but for you complainers out there, for you Eeyores out there who always bitching and moaning, the constant victim, shut the fuck up. Be happy that you're alive. So anyway, Brother Kenny, what's going on, my brother? So anyway, let's get this thing popping because we only got an hour. And we decided, me and McMack, that we was going to kind of pop in for the first time of 2024 and see what's happening over at TFG, His and Hers, Relationship Perspectives. So again, we're gonna pop in at the beginning of the year, see what's going down, see what everybody's talking about. And then of course, this is gonna be random, and we're gonna see what we got to say on these subject matters, and we're gonna go from there. But Brother Kenny said that is awesome. It truly is, my brother.
Mhm.
That's why I say my spirits can't go down right now because I'm feeling awesome about it. Miss Carol says my oldest brother recently had a cardiac catheterization and he had 3 blockages. Look,
Wow.
heart disease, especially amongst African American men, is real, and cancer amongst women is real. So, we ended the year on such a negative. Me and Sherry was just saying tonight that we don't need this for 2024. 2024, get your funky ass out the way and let some good news shine in. So, anyway, I'm in that great mood. So, I'm going to share my screen. Let's pop right into it. So, it's just us 3. If somebody joins us, cool. If not, we're going to do what we do. So, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to bring up topics randomly, and we're going to just discuss. And, y'all know how we do it here at Real Talk. We're going to go down whatever roads we have to go down and have a little fun with this thing, okay? So here we go, off and running. Let's share the screen and see what we got going on. And again, I'm just picking these randomly, folks. So the first one, I want to start off slow initially. The first one just kind of popped on. It's basically a quick little question that Brother Lamar asked, and I just thought it was a cool question. If you have a first date scheduled, are you swayed by what you see the person putting on social media? It's a simple question, but I thought about it, and I had to internalize and ask myself. So I want to ask you guys, if you was in a situation where you had a first date scheduled, and of course you went and peeked at the person's social media because everybody put everything on social media now. Are you swayed by what you see the person putting on social media? If so, how and why?
Well, I would say this, like before before I even had like a Facebook page, like that's not something that I would even consider checking. It's somebody's social media. You can't check mine because I don't have it. I don't post anything, so you can't see anything. So, but now, I guess, if and when that time comes that I do decide to start dating again, that would be something that I could be swayed by, depending on what they're posting. What are they it- I think social media sometimes highlights what people truly find important, like
I
what's
like
important.
that. I
It
like
is,
that.
as we say, it is a glimpse of their personality, whether good, bad, and different. Whether or not they're putting on a front, and even if they are putting on a front, I want to know that too. Like, why? Why can't? What's wrong with you, the real you, the in-person
Right.
you, that you can't show that online? So.
Absolutely. Very good points, McMack. Miss Carol says it would, depending on what they were posting. Absolutely. And Miss Carol says, agreed, Tasha. What about you, sis? Would you be swayed from going on a first date by what somebody posts on social media?
Yeah, I would, and I'll be checking stuff like that. I guess I watch too much SWV, but cause I don't want to be going on no date with no motherfucker that got guns up and everything and all of that. I don't know what you're
Wow.
gonna do to me. I don't trust people.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Definitely good points. I thought about it, and for me, I agree as well. But I'm gonna go even worse. Do you know that's become somewhat of a deal breaker even for me now?
I can see that.
I am at a point in my life. I was thinking about this recently where the pendulum has smoothed for me in terms of what I'm actually looking for, and I'm steadily refining that. Do you know I've got to a point, I'm 56 years old, folks, that I don't know if I'm going to find what I'm looking for because I don't want a woman that twerks and I don't want somebody really active in social media. I really, the more I thought about it, I'm more of a private person. And if you're a big social media person where you're posting all of your personal business, what you eat, where you go, it is such a turnoff to me that I think for me, it's a deal breaker. Now, you know what? If you got positive sayings or whatever and something like that, but if you are social in social media, where I can go to your page, and Tasha and I have done this as an experiment. You go to somebody's page and within 30 minutes, you know all their fucking business. You know where they eat, where they go, who they're related to. We got social media people out there right now that they mood changed like the wind, and I just think it's immature and it's a turnoff to me, to be honest. So it's
Even
actually a deal breaker. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tasha.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say even I will judge you. I will judge you if you post a lot of pictures from food, like at restaurants and things like that. Like I am very be in the moment, be there. Like
Absolutely,
put the phone down, have a
absolutely.
conversation. You know, like I see like a lot of videos and pictures of people who will get mad if somebody starts eating before they get to take pictures, or they're spending so much time taking pictures, and then they get so upset about it because it didn't get the right lighting, the right angle and things like that. That's too much.
That's why I said. And then what about the folks who, before they post a picture of themselves, it has to go through all of the, what do you call the shits where they got to make sure their face looks thin and the lights hitting them just right and all
Oh,
that
the
kind of stuff.
filters.
The filters. So it's such a turn off for me. And when I was talking, Miss Carol said it would be for me too. And of course, she's reaching out. Miss Toria, super fan, says hello, fan. Definitely good to see you, Miss Toria. And so, yeah, after a few hellos and highs, I realized that it's that much of a turnoff to me that I am truly on this mission of getting back to real. I just need real at this point in my life. That whole fake anything, it just does nothing for me. At this stage, this is kind of who I am, and I don't want to date your representative, and I'm not trying to apply for your next big thing. So again, that's a turnoff for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what I'm looking for doesn't exist anymore. I want to go back to a place where women are doing their real hair, doing their own nails, washing their ass, not twerking, dressing age appropriate, and know how to hold a dope conversation and living in the moment. If that's asking too much, I guess I'll be by myself. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is going to be a video. I don't know what this young lady is saying, but let's check in and see what's popping off on it. So here I am sharing my screen again. And the caption says simply, women have to get back to valuing yourself, carrying yourself with class, and the right man will find you. Now, just right offhand, she looks young. And let's see what she got to say. So let's unmute. And here we go.
Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are
wow. On the heels of what I just said, as I closed out, she kind of really went all the way in and drilled it home for me. But I know how I feel about it, but I'm interested to see how you ladies feel about it. Miss Carol says, preach, sis. Miss Toria says, I don't even know how to put these filters on my pictures. When I do take them, it's just me, my natural self, and my own everything. Bravo. But man, Sherry, Tasha, what did you think about what this young lady had to say? And I want you to comment on the fact that coming from her, does it matter? Did it hold any extra weight coming from a young woman?
It
Curious.
it should, but it didn't. I'm not saying for me. When I initially saw that on TikTok, she caught a lot of flack behind that.
Wow.
A lot of women got mad at her for saying that. They want to call her a pick me and different things like that, and just saying that you just basically like pandering to the men. And did you get picked yet? And did you get picked yet? There there is a large amount of women who do agree with that, because to make like sweeping statements, bold statements of men aren't they're not obsessed with women anymore. They are, but you have to find who's going to be obsessed with you and who's going to meet your criteria. Some women do have a lot of unrealistic expectations. I was looking at a video today. A girl literally said that it is annoying when a man asks her what her hobbies and interests are. She says that it's an unoriginal question. If you want to know what my hobbies and my interests are, then you need to go to my Instagram. But you need to come to me. But you need to come to me with intention, with intentions. And it was just so backwards. I think a lot of people don't know how to date. Who they don't actually know what it means to date, to be courted. They have like this idea of what they may see because of social media, but they don't really know like what it means.
Man, McMack, you brought so much in there, and I like that last point. I don't even know if people know how to be courted anymore.
They don't.
I don't. Miss Carol says, shaking my damn head. Sherry, what do you want to say, sis?
I agree with everything Tasha says. It's right, but the girl, she would catch flack from that. But the thing is that it's not about her thinking that on a man's side and none of that. She's right about how they present themselves these days. You know what I'm saying? And people, if they went back to old school, things were better. That's just the bottom line.
I'm gonna add one more thing to it
Sure.
too. We have seen, just in the last few years, that it doesn't matter who the message is coming from. People are going to fight it tooth and nail.
Correct.
Because they think that because there are certain exceptions out there. But they're going to fight it no matter if a man says it, or no matter if women say it, no matter if it's a married woman, no matter they're going to fight it because they don't want to admit it's true.
We're definitely real big on shooting the messenger, so much so that the message completely gets lost. And that's why I asked that, because it coming from a young woman. And that was my first time watching it, so I didn't know if she had caught flack or anything, but I absolutely love everything she said. She articulated it very well. Ms. Carol says, I was raised by the same way she spoke, and I was raised by my dad. Maybe that's why I can relate to her. Wow. That's a whole nother subject, Ms. Carol, that, men, if you got daughters, instilling a certain principle in them so that it can carry them further in life, so that's a whole nother part of it. I'm gonna go to the first part she said about men not being obsessed. And I agree. And to your point, Tasha, men are obsessed with women if it's the right woman, but the point that I like that she was making was the fact that I've been talking about this for a long time. Since women attained the throne and they're queens out there, as we're told, and they're sitting on the throne and they grind and they this, that, and it has turned off a lot of men to where we aren't checking for them as much. And I love the point she made. That doesn't mean we won't fuck you. And I love the point she talked about how, there's no differentiation between what's out there. You can throw a rock now and everybody look the same. And that's where the point I was making about what I'm looking for, a woman who does her own hair. There used to be a time when you saw a group of women together. There were different body shapes, different complexions, different hair lengths and hairstyles, and they dressed differently. Individuality used to be a thing, folks. It used to be a fucking thing for real. Go out now, and you can line them up and they have all pretty much look the same. And somebody's read the same playbook that get this type of hair, put these spider eyelashes on, have your nails done. For the most part, there's very little differences between them. And for God's sake, pretty much all these pussies even smell the same. So my goodness, there's no differentiation between them. So it's turned off a lot of men to the point that there are a lot of guys out there that are just bowing out. Again, that doesn't mean that we won't hit. You see what I'm saying? Because a guy if you're going to give it away, and to her point, where there's no value in it anymore, I'll take it. It's kind of like, somebody offering you a cigarette. I'll take it. Shit, I ain't gonna buy a pack, but you offer me a loose cigarette, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And so there's no value in it anymore. And so that's the big part of what I saw coming from her. Tori says her way of thinking is why they single now. Tori said, I agree. Lee, they buying bodies now. Oh, I can't pinpoint exactly when it starts. In many ways, I think it stemmed from the Kardashians, from way back when they made having a big round butt a thing, and then everybody goes out and wanted to get that body. I see you agreeing with me, Tasha.
I would say, what was that? Okay, let's see. Kim Kardashian really hit the scene, like 15 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
15, 20 years ago? Mm-hmm. And because I wanted to make this point too, where yes, there are, like you said, there are a lot of men, who are obsessed. On the other side of that, because people have bought heavily into celebrities because of social media and because of how much celebrities share, they see a lot of men do see that body type, and that is what they want. That is what they covet. And you can line up the women that they choose, and hell, they do all look alike, because they're just modeling the one that they're with after the last one. Look at Kanye. If you didn't know any better, his new wife, that's fucking
Absolutely.
Kim. Absolutely. That is early 2000s Kim.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Absolutely. So I agree 1,000%. So that's why I say right now, I don't see anything that interesting out there. Of course, now I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't go out anymore. There used to be a time when, we were told as men, go find a good woman in church. Have you guys, as the year was ending for New Year's, do you see what's going on in church?
I know, yeah. I don't want to go to that church. I don't. If a pastor saying he's saved, I don't need to be in there.
Yeah, what's happening in church is I could argue worse than what's going on in the club. Mm-hmm. From what I saw, you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't know where to find anybody anymore. So I just stay home, and being that I work from home, I don't know. I guess in a way that Kismet will have to find me because I ain't looking. I'm not even looking right now. Miss Carol says, my dad always said, as a woman, you have to leave something to the, Miss Carol, I didn't truly appreciate that until I got much older. I won't lie. So I'm not going to sit up here and be a hypocrite. In my 20s and 30s, and yes, I was still out there hard in my 30s, but there's a reason why. I was married in my 20s. I kind of lost my 20s. I got married at 21 and I was divorced at 30. So even though I slipped up a little bit and fell into some pussy, for the most part, I was trying to be a husband, So
it was a lie.
I'll just saying, So when I got to be 30, I was living out my 20s. So for me, it kind of extended, and I was out there. But to Miss Carol, there was a time when I thought I wanted to see more, but I never expected it would go to this extent. Back then, when a woman dressed risque, she had a dress on that had cutouts. That was risque. Or a skirt that had a slit up the side. But now there's nothing left to the imagination. And if you had told me 30 years ago that I would be sitting here saying, I'm so sick of titties and ass that I can't hardly think straight. I would have told you crazy. But that's where I'm at now, that young, old, black, white, all kind of races, cover the fuck up. I'm sick of looking at titties and ass. Please, my God, leave something to the imagination.
They do leave something to the imagination. Their imaginations. They this is what they leave to the imagination. Ain't nothing up there.
But Tasha, that just completely turns me off. It's not sexy. There's no room for sexy anymore because you're showing me everything you got. And my God, you just don't even see women dressing age appropriate. I was looking at the pictures for the recent Golden Globe Awards, and my sister and my niece, and we were kind of going through talking about what we liked, what we didn't like. And even amongst the rich and famous, you just see people dressing so inappropriately. And it's just so rare to see somebody that has something that's tasteful. That's, Angela Bassett, every time I see her, what she has on is just age appropriate, and I just use her as an example, but you see some of these new, even famous people, and they equate sexy with showing everything they got, and some of these ladies have nice bodies, but my God, leave a little something for me to want. Miss Toria says that is why women go to them foreign countries and get them surgeries and end up messed up or dead. They want to be like them stars instead of being themselves. Yeah. Absolutely. And then what's crazy is, I'll end this, the Kardashians are now leading a revolution in reverse. Am I lying?
Nope, they're removing or dialing back at least their butt surgeries. Now they forever gonna get lipo. They forever gonna be fucking with their faces with the fillers and everything. Right. But they were removing their implants and their injections and things like that.
And you're starting to see, it's sad, but you're starting to see other women now coming forward, and now they want to take the silicone out and this, that, and the other, and some of them are having complications because the bitches you talking about, Toria, they didn't get it professionally done. They went to some third-rate surgeon who injected the wrong shit in them, and now it's poisoning their bodies, so not everybody can get it done.
I think in that sense, I think initially, when that stuff was going on and people were jumping out there and getting those surgeries, the long-term effects weren't known. It was so new. It was so, oh, do this. But now because they have had people who have died from these, where they can do autopsies and seeing that, oh, okay, well, they injected the fat. They hit the blood vessel, which injected it into their bloodstream, which it goes up to their heart. Instead of just into the fat.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's why I say it's crazy. It's a lot going on out there. So who knows what we'll see in the next 3 to 5 years. But all right, let's go to another topic here. And this is just simply a question, but it's worth asking. And of course, I want to get your opinion. Do y'all believe, I love this question though, do y'all believe that living together before marriage can mess up a relationship? Now, I know the operative word is can. Mm-hmm. So, of course, we know the answer definitively. Of course it can, but I want to go beyond that. I want to ask it a different way. Do you think there is a benefit? Do you think it's more beneficial or it takes away from a relationship to live together before marriage? What are your thoughts on the pros or cons of living together before marriage? What do you think it does to a relationship? You think it helps or hurts?
Ooh, that's so difficult because it's really going to depend on the partner, the partner that you're picking. The benefits of it, you get to see that person every day. You get to see their daily habits. You get to see how they keep house, how they do certain things, what's important to them, what they prioritize. Do they care about, certain things? You get to see their hygiene, things like that. How do they operate on a day-to-day basis? But on the other side of that, the cons could be that when you get married, like kind of like, well, okay, well shit, now we're married, like what really changed? Like, you know, we always were living together. We already, you know, kind of did that. We, you know, like we have our home that we already have together. You know, and I think now it is a little bit more common for people to live together, but I don't think a lot of conversations are had for specific things. Finances, I don't think that that's discussed enough in
Definitely not.
in relationships, and especially like before marriages. How somebody deals with conflict, like how they deal with their family or your friends, how often that, you know, like their other relationship, jobs. Sometimes people get together with, you know, with people, and they think that, oh, because you're married, depending on what their job is, they think that something's automatically going to change to where they're going to be able to spend more time with you. If they have a demanding career, or if they are a first responder, you will always be second best to that job, and you have to be okay with that. You have to know you're always going to be second best to it. So
I'm glad you presented all sides. Ideally, before I move on to Sherry, are you in favor of it? Living together before marriage?
yes, I am. What
Tasha's in favor.
and when I was younger, I would have said no. But now,
Okay.
hell yeah, I need to see everything.
I got you. I got you. Couple of comments, Sherry, before I come to you. Miss Carolyn, on the other subject, she said, I'm an older woman and I can't go out showing my breasts and ass. I'm 5'5", 155 pounds, and relatively built. You sound stacked, Miss Carol. Keep it covered up, baby. Keep it covered up, baby. I love it. To answer the question about living together, Miss Toria says no, she doesn't think it's a bad thing. Miss Carol says, I lived with my husband before we got married, and we're 31 years in.
Mm.
31 years. And Miss Toria says, I did it because we could not get married. It was illegal for interracial marriage. But if it was not that way, I would not have changed a thing. I am in favor of it. Sherry, where do you stand on this? Living together before marriage.
I think it is definitely should be, you should live together before marriage, because like Tasha said, you get to know the real person, and you get to know, you know, their habits and what they you know what, and then you know what you can deal with and what you can't, you know. So I definitely feel like you should live together.
Okay. Brother Kenny chimed in. We miss you, brother. Miss you tonight. But he handled, make that money, brother. Make that money. Brother
Yeah.
Kenny says, depends on what the long-term goal is for the relationship. I think that the pro is finances. If both people are like-minded financially. A con, living together may only lead to living together, and that's that. Tasha, which is what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing. We said that's it. That's a real thing, because I do think that gets a lot of relationships in trouble. That it's the old adage, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Right.
So my caution is, if you're going to do it, it has to be done with intention, with purpose. And that's why I'm glad you presented all sides. And that's because it is a danger inherent there now that you move in with me, you sucking, you fucking, you paying bills, you doing whatever. Why fix something that ain't broken? And you see a lot of situations like that where, you know, I don't put nobody out there. I know people personally that been with that person for 30 years. And they see no need to change, to put a ring on it, so to speak. They've been living together. They even call her my old lady, my old man. They're never going to be a wife. So sometimes if you don't ask to be a wife, you're not going to be a wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes you get what you get and you get what you expect. And it's not fair, but that's what it is. Miss Carolyn says, yes, Sherry, and not their representative. So for me personally, this is, Tasha, I like what you said about where you were. When I was younger, I was not in favor of it. Now, that went with religious and scriptural reasons too. God forgive me. You know, things change and we evolve and we grow. And I'm not saying I'm right, and definitely saying God is wrong. I'm only just telling you that as I've got to this stage, how my views have changed. But when I was younger and I guess more idealistic, I would have said no, that, because there's a difference between living together and making that solid commitment. Because now when we're living together, now it's getting serious. And of course, the scriptural things that go with it, because I ain't gonna be just living with you and not fucking you. So I'll be fornicating. Come on, God. But okay. I'm just saying. But you know what? As I've gotten older, all of the other things you said, Tasha, come into play. There is no way now at this stage of my life that I need any big surprises on things that's that important. We're not moving in together only for me to find out after the fact, like you said, Tasha, that we don't have the same goals when it comes to how we handle money, how our views on religion, politics, raising children, sex, No, I'm not finding that shit out after the fact. Hygiene, y'all know that's a big one with me. Oh, hell no. I have to see you in your day to day. Fuck the makeup and the hair. I want to see how you look when you wake up and when you go to bed. What are your habits? And again, if company come, how do you treat people? What are your expectations? Cleaning a house, shared responsibilities. I need to know all of those things. And if that makes me wrong, then it is what it is. So definitely. So that's why, again, if we just fucking with each other, ideally you have your place and I have my place. And that way, when you come over for that precious little bit of time, I will put you on the pedestal and then I know you're going home. If I go visit you, I hope you do the same for me. But if we're going to get to a point where we're starting to get serious, yeah, we're going to have to cohabitate because I need to know what the hell I'm getting into for real. And it could be simple things that can make or break that for me. Like, you might like your grandkids and shit to be coming over. I don't like children. I don't
Yeah.
like, so I'd rather you go visit them. Don't, anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into that,
But I do think,
I was going to say this. For me, I have 2 dogs. And if I find out or if I get an inkling that you don't care for my dog, or you kicking my dog when I'm not around, I will go scorched earth, John Wick on somebody about my dogs. Okay, like I can control my dogs. Like, just don't hurt my dogs.
And I'm not a dog person, so you need to know those kind of things. Tori says, I would love to hear Brent answer this question. Yeah, that might be something we might do on the Black Love series. We got Paige in the house. What's up, sweetheart?
I think that it has a lot to do with age. Because I've been married from I was younger, and if I was these ages picking a husband, I wouldn't have picked mine. I ain't gonna be because a lot of the habits I don't want to be dealing with.
But that just it. If you chose to live together, you would have found out those things.
No, because these things ain't coming to
you're missing the point. You missed it. You already said that you're in favor of cohabitating. So imagine meeting him now when you moved in together and you would be finding these things out before marriage.
But see, I was young.
That's the point I'm making. You would be finding those things out before marriage that, oh man, that's how you do. So again, I'm not talking bad on Tony, shout out to Tony, but I'm just saying
I didn't anticipate I don't like that shit you peeing in a bottle.
Now look now. I'm a motherfucking diabetic. I am a motherfucking diabetic. So you know what? This is why I need to live alone, because yes, I have to pee in a motherfucking. I ain't getting up all through the goddamn night. So you're gonna have to be okay with me pissing in a goddamn toilet. I'm sorry.
Because with that diabetes shit, you gotta pee. Hell no. Lay your ass down.
Y'all got problems too. So shit. That's just it. That's why you need to know all of my bad habits beforehand before you say I do. Paige says you don't know a person truly till you cohabitate. That's right, baby. You got to find all that out first for you, put a ring on, and then you stuck. Miss Sheila E says hello. How you doing, sweetheart? Happy New Year to you both. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. So I don't know if in the eyes of God, but no, we gonna have to cohabitate to find out what's gonna be what it is, you know. So as Carolyn says, I wish I had seen some things in my first husband. I would have never married him. There you go. You know what? No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
don't
that.
say
I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah,
keep that
put
to myself.
that in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
I'm gonna tuck that away because I was gonna say something real ugly too, but I'm not gonna say that. You know, let's go to. I've seen this. We're gonna go to another subject, and I've seen this on social media, and I didn't know they had posted it on TFG His and Hers. So setting the table for you, and I'm gonna play the video. This was where apparently husband and wife was at some kind of dinner. I don't know if it was a birthday dinner.
Yeah.
And the check was about to come, and we all know what that's like. And let's just play the video.
I don't want to can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate checks. Dave, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying for credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We're doing split checks, bro?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate. I know we got shit. I know.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday for real.
Okay, well,
I
it don't matter to me because I didn't have anything.
No. I didn't get
But you
It's
still
Donnie's
came.
birthday.
Wait a minute. We're not doing this.
But you
No,
came
but you
though.
sat
So
at
you
the
still.
table.
You don't pay for a seat.
Okay, well, yes. No.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care.
and everything on this
I don't care how y'all
Wait,
do
I
it.
didn't order gratuity. I just showed up. Well, I'm sorry, Dave, but you always pay. Like you're the only man at the table. You're not gonna pay the
If
taxes.
it's- I got my whole.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being
Woo.
Are you kidding me right
you
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay,
No,
first,
if that was the case, I'd just took you out.
are
for
you
lunch
being
with
sick? Dre, are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry, I do have a
Oh.
husband though. Hold on, wait a minute.
So-
Thank y'all.
No, so Donnie, you're good because it's your birthday, but
Y'all
most of y'all,
so
we want to chip
embarrassing.
in.
We're good. Y'all are so
But you
embarrassing.
can.
Let me get
You
out
need
of
to leave.
here.
Not us splitting checks.
You need to leave.
No, I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for anything.
No, you ate. You had a couple drinks.
That's,
You know what?
that's some bull. No,
I'm not paying for it. Tell you tomorrow.
No, he's the man at the table. He
Wait,
needs to pay.
can you separate the check, please?
Put that back in the door.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks. I don't do that. I don't split checks. That's really
You
ghetto.
are the podcast king. Thought you were the podcast king.
Let's just stop it right there, folks, because that's a lot to digest. There's a lot to digest there. And I seen this when I first seen it. I'm gonna keep mine to myself for last. Okay. Let's get a couple of comments before we get into this. Victoria says, I agree with him. He should only pay for who he invited, period. Kia says, as a wife, I'll be damned if my husband pays for all those lonely ass females. They're not his responsibility. She told them right. And the one saying they got a man, call him to Zelle you some money. Paige chimes in and says, now I've had men that took care of my whole group, but that is not his job. All right. Who want to go?
I go. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. I agree with everything that they say. It's not his responsibility. Now, the ones that he invited there, he should have talked about that on the front end. But I've been in that situation because it's the thing that these I have a daughter, and they when they go out, they all split the bill. And I had to tell them before we went in there, this is the kind of money I got. And the bottom line is, I'm paying for me. I'm not splitting shit with no motherfucking table. And I told them that the girl was mad. I didn't give a damn, and she gonna have to marry enough to tell me what tip I'm gonna leave. And I told her, you got me fucked up. I'm paying for me, so I understand the man. They my husband would have been paying for all no bitches at no tables either.
Okay, Tasha, before you go,
Okay.
Brother Kenny chimed in. He says, knowing my personality, I would have said my piece and paid for my wife and the birthday girl and got up and waited for the wife in the car. I wouldn't have went back and forth with those hens. The real estate insider says, hey, Toria. Tasha, go.
Okay, let me say it like this. Number one, we know it's a skit. It's a really bad skit. Okay, it's just a bad skit. Next, I have a problem anyway. You there with a whole bunch of women, and you're the only man there. I don't even know why you're there. If the birthday girl is not your sister, you don't even need to be at the dinner. Wife be damned if she invited you. You don't need to be there. Okay. Next on that. I missed this the first time, but I heard it this time. And if I'm not mistaken, she said they did the card Russian roulette. Motherfucker, if your card got pulled and now you want to back out of it, no. Because if the agreement was everybody throw in their card and you and whoever's card got selected was supposed to cover the dinner, no, you don't get to back out of it. If that's what the agreement was, because that's what she said that they did.
Okay.
Now, let's say if the card Russian roulette thing wasn't a part of it, and it's just straight up, just a dinner as it is. No, he's not paying for you. He can pay for the birthday girl, which I think also is stupid because just because it's your birthday, just because you happen to be born on that day, bitch, you should have came out with some money your damn self. But that's just me. You shouldn't be going nowhere with no money. But no, he's not paying for it. He's not obligated to pay for anybody else at the table. He's not required. Also, he's not going to. And if I'm the wife, if y'all keep it up, I'm gonna leave all together, and then all y'all got to cover the bill.
All right. Let's read a couple comments before I go. Paige agrees with you. Yeah, he most definitely shouldn't have been there.
Nope.
Miss Carol says, why should a man be expected to pay for everyone when he didn't invite them? I would not let my husband pay for everyone. Miss Carolyn adds to that, God bless the child who's got his own. I ain't going nowhere without my money. That's old school. Miss Carol, that's old school right there. If you remember the episode of Good Times, Thelma was getting ready to go on a date one time, and James was going to give her some money. She said, James, she got $1 and a dime. She got a $1 to get home and a dime to call me if she can't get there.
There you go.
Old school rules. You're not supposed to go nowhere without money in your pocket. Now, having said that, I don't know if it's a skill or not, but I'm going to judge it on its merits. I don't have a problem with the man being there, first and foremost, So, you know what? I think back to my days. I loved going out with a whole bunch of bitches. I love being around women. So that wouldn't bother me one bit. Now I wouldn't go to a baby shower, but if we go to dinner, sitting across from a bunch of women, yeah, I love that type of shit. I'm all for that. Having said that, now, and that skit, if that's what it is, Tasha, not only would I only pay for my wife, I wouldn't even pay for the birthday girl because of attitude. Fuck that bitch. Now, whether skit or not, what it depicted for me on a serious note is the pervasive attitude that we see happening out here. That for some, they think that not just this situation, that even in a social setting, that because you are a male, that but you see a bunch of women, it's your birthright for the drink as much as you want because he got it. And I can tell you, you got me, bitch, you're gonna be washing some dishes, you fuck with me. Because again, I will sit there and watch you toss them motherfuckers back with the best of them. I have been in that situation multiple times. And I tell you what, I see where a lot of guys get in trouble is because women know guys feel shame under the right circumstances that, and that's what I felt like they were trying to do to him. I ain't got no problem. First of all, I ain't got a motherfucking gold card. Ain't got no silver card. I got a regular motherfucking bank from my line credit union, and I have no problem as loud as they please. I had the 2 motherfucking tacos and that margarita. Thank you. I don't give a fuck about you bitches. Why buy me a drink? God damn it. So I ain't you bitches at all. And the attitude, I agree with Kenny. I wouldn't even be going back and forth with you bitches. My thing was, waiter, I had the drink. I'll talk just as quiet as fuck you bitches, and cuss them hoes out. So I ain't paying for nothing, But that's the pervasive attitude that's out there, and they trying to shame him. And then who the fuck this birthday girl thinks she is? Part of the problem is some of these bitches they feel entitled. That's why I realized I'm going back from the other show. Tasha made me realize with what these hoes spend on head nails, folks, I can't afford these bitches. That's why I'm gonna keep my fat black ass inside, and you can come drink right here where it's free, and all you gotta do is suck a little dick. That's it. That's it. I got
only have to suck a
full
little
ball over here. Ain't gonna be the bill is gonna be get on your knees, suck a little dick, and going home. And these bitches don't even goggle, so fuck these hoes. But anyway,
they're gonna be sucking dick and ain't getting paid. They crazy.
You drinking my liquor, and you drink and Sherry, they drinking it out of Mikasa Crystal. So you get the drink out of fine crystal. Music is playing, the ceiling fan going. It's warm when it's fucking cold, cool when it's hot. You get to cross your motherfucking legs and put your feet on my good rug. Yeah, you gonna suck some dick after you got a few drinks. What the fuck you talking about?
Not me.
Sometimes, hey, let me read some comments. Kia says, yeah, I didn't like her attitude about it. Like, yeah, you tried it. Miss Carol says, it's the sense of entitlement for me and the expectation that cause he's a man, he should pay. That's what I didn't like about it. And thank you, Miss Carol. She said that part. So, and I'm hoping that y'all agreeing with somebody.
She wasn't agreeing with the dick sucking part. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't.
I'm just saying. I don't know if she was agreeing with me or not, but
no, she wouldn't.
I can't say Jesus take the wheel. Miss Carol said this guy. Look, ladies, it's real out here. It's hard out here. It's what that's the song says. It's hard out here on the pimp. But no, on a serious note, I can't afford women no more. What's out here, Tasha made me realize I ain't equipped to pay for that. I'm just really not, because what it's going to cost you. Pre-pandemic, when I used to go out every single Friday, even then, this is just my own personal check. I routinely, on Fridays, walked out spending $50, $60. Now in some of these places, that's $200. Where you sitting having a good time, and don't let these motherfuckers order an appetizer. I can't afford them. Paige says not in this economy. I can't. I just can't. And Miss Carol says she wasn't agreeing with
I know. Wasn't nobody agreeing with you about getting nobody on their knees. Not one person was agreeing with you.
We got time for one more, and this time it's a guy, and the caption says, there are female bums too. That's what he spelled it wrong, but that's what he was trying to say, that there are female bums, because we always talk about guys being bums and women are famous enough. He's a bum and he looking to get over. Well, this brother says there are female bums too. So we're going to see what he got to say on the matter. Here we go, bro. Hold on, let me get it from the beginning because I don't want to miss a word if you're going to talk about these nasty 50 no good bitches. Here we go.
If she is asking you to get her basic needs done, this is a red flag that she's a fucking beggar and a bum, and you need to get her far away from you. If she is asking you for nail money, asking you for hair money, asking you for eyebrow arch money, asking you to get her lashes done or any of that, these are basic needs. These are things that she should be able to do on her own. If she is asking you for money to do these things, 9 times out of 10, you are dealing with a bum, because grown-ass women would not dare ask you for this frivolous shit. They know for a fact that it's self-maintenance. If she's asking you to pay her car note, if she's asking you to pay her car insurance, if all of a sudden after you sleep with her, it seems as if her life is in shambles and all of a sudden all of these bills is due and this is that and this is that, I'm telling you right now this is a sign that she just may be a bum. If the only time she goes to nice restaurants is on dates with men, this is also a red flag that she may be a bum. If you notice the only time she takes vacations is with men, this is another sign that she just may be a bum. If you notice that she's always broke in between relationships, this tells you that she is not an investment. She is a fucking liability. Am I lying?
All right. All right. All right. All right. Tasha and Sherry got a smile on their face about this one. So this guy that went in a little bit, said there's some bumps out here. DJ says, hold on. DJ said, what I miss?
Everything.
DJ, he called them hoes out and called them bums. Paige says, I can do it on my own, but you're not finna be in my face though.
I know that's right, babe.
Okay. DJ's BUM. Boom. Yes, please hit like and subscribe. We try to build our audience back up. And again, you can find us on TFG Ratchet. And you can find me on YouTube and Facebook, Real Talk for Real Men. So please hit like and subscribe. And DJ say, bruh is preaching. He is preaching. I'm getting ready to come to you ladies. Tori said, all right, now I guess he told him how he feel. Sherry and Tasha, where you at on this one?
I just say, I mean, you do have women that are bums out here. That's true. But I don't feel, I mean, like he said, they shouldn't be asking, yeah, all that's your own maintenance. But like Paige said, you're not going to be in my face. You got to, I don't know, because a nigga don't have no problem asking for no pussy or suck a dick or some shit like that. I should be saying, you want some pussy, but then how you going to pay me? Listen, I don't know.
So I'm going to push back on that, sis. But we take care of self-maintenance. We come out with the headline right. We come out with the collar popping, and we got our own shit. So how come y'all can't do the same?
Okay, we can't do the same, but at the same time, then don't ask for no pussy or get some head or whatever you're trying to ask for. Then you got to pay. Fuck out of here.
See, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. I'm gonna save my piece for last. I got a problem with what she's saying, folks. Tasha, I see your face. What the fuck?
I would say it like this. It's basic economics. It's supply and demand, okay? That's all it is. It's just okay, I'll say it like this. There are certain things that if the woman is not already doing it for herself, if she's not getting her hair done on a regular basis, but she's coming to you and expecting you to fork out, because some of these wigs is crazy. I don't even know how people do this. $500, $600, $700 just to get it done. Or if she's coming to you and she needs her nails done, but she's asking for $200 to $400. If she can't do that for herself, classify her as a bum. Fine, like if you can't do that shit yourself, if you can't take yourself to certain restaurants, if you can't go on certain vacations yourself, classify her as a bum. However, that brings me back to the economics, okay? You have to be careful because when you do start doing that as women, you do put a price on it. That's what it is. Ultimately, you're putting a price on your pussy and you're telling them this is the tab and this is what, by doing this for me, I'm going to do this for you.
I love it. Don't disagree with nothing you said, just so you know. Brother Kenny from the Kendrick's Hustle, Sports Hustle says, yeah, brother brought a sermon. He was on point. And sis, he asked, so Sherry, so a brother got to pay to lay? Is that what you're trying to say?
They sure do. You can't be serious. Fuck what you heard.
DJ says, these are the most independent begging women I've ever seen. And he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Kia says, there are some bum bitches like dudes. However, don't expect wife duties if you're not going to perform like a husband.
That's right.
Okay. Y'all got some strong opinions out here now. Miss Carol says, woo, I have to agree with him because I always take care of me. So I get
but
to
let me just say one thing before you go, brother. Just because you asking a man to get your nails done or hair done, that don't mean you can't get it done yourself. But I mean, like,
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. I truly don't. I truly don't. Which brings me back to a point that Tasha made, though. Once you make it transactional, that's fine. Once you make it transactional, though, that's fine. Because if you telling me I got to pay to play, a lot of guys don't have an attitude. What we say a lot of times, it ain't tricking if you got it. So a lot of this depends on the quality of your pockets. So don't get mad with me now because I can get my dick sucked for $7 and somebody else it might cost them $100.
Nobody is getting mad about that. Okay,
I'm just saying.
nobody.
I'm just saying because the gift of the gab there, and because that's the point I've always made. Truth be told, I'm very giving. Tasha, I want you to vouch for me on air. If you're my friend and we out, I have no problem picking up the check. I got you.
True. That's true.
Got you. And Kia's a friend of mine. It's not about that, but the moment you make it transactional, now we in it. Because see, I'm gonna play chess while you play checkers. And the point that I want to make is this, Sherry. If you're gonna say pay to play, fellas, let me say this to you out here. Kenny from Sports Hustle, DJ, and all my male viewers who watching this right now and who gonna watch this motherfucker. That dick is more valuable than that musty ass no good snatch right now.
Oh Lord, I disagree. I ain't gonna say it's more valuable. It can be as valuable. I ain't gonna say it's more valuable.
That dick's so valuable that even niggas want it. That dick holds more valuable. They done plummeted the price of this musty no good snatch out here until dick is more valuable. So if you're gonna say pay to play, this is how I act the way I act. When you come through these doors, I ain't jocking on your pussy, and you go suck this dick. I ain't never asked nobody to suck my dick. I plop it right in your motherfucking head because this dick is just as valuable as that snatch. And my thing is, he ain't lying. If I can, when I bring to the table, I'm sufficient. I know I got mine. And that's the other part that Paige and everything, you right. I know who I can play with. And the other part of it, I'm in by saying this, that's why for me, I don't give a damn about your hair and makeup. I don't care if you have teeth. I don't even give a fuck. Your hair could be rolled up so motherfucking tight you look like an African. All I care about is did you brush your teeth and can you swallow that dick and not drip a drop? Fuck your hair. That's what I'm saying. So I ain't paying for them looks anyway. I don't give a fuck how close your eyes are together, what quality hair you got on your head, or none of that. Nails, bitch, cut them nails off so you can wipe the crack of your ass. Cause you ain't sucking my dick no way if your nails all gritty and dirty. So give a shit about that.
First of all, you shouldn't be having to ask no man. However, if you and him is dating to a certain point, he should be giving you anyway.
So when you come here, you come and you leave with what you brought. We can swing from the chandeliers when it's all over with. I'm gonna gather your shit up and put you out of here before 3 o'clock. You ain't lost nothing. I ain't lost nothing. We lost nothing but a couple of buckets of sweat. Let me read a couple of comments.
I just want to say this. That's the whole thing. You got to be careful, like when you ask. And I know you can say closed mouth don't get fed, but for a lot of it took me one time to learn. I asked. I was young, and I asked the man for money one time, and he told me it came with blood. No, thank you. I don't even want that money. You have to be careful when you ask for it because it might be something that comes behind it. So no, thank you. Mm-mm.
So let me cover a couple comments because I want to make sure the viewers get it. Carol says, "Woo, I have to agree with him because I always take care of me." And I'm assuming she's talking about the guy, not me. I'm gonna be honest. DJ says, "When you don't give women these things, now you're the broke one." It's preach, brother. Miss Carol says, "I agree, but I wouldn't ask anyone to do the things I can do for myself, and that's why I love independence." Kia says that's the thing. Don't go to the Benz dealership if you only got you go pockets. You are absolutely right. And all the Benz is you go covered in a cover. When them lights go off, all the motherfuckers got the same engine in them. So that's what I feel.
That's why, brother. They gonna
DJ, hold on. DJ says men want to spoil their women. Shut the fuck up and you'll see. Okay, I'm done.
DJ talking. He blind. Give me a phone right now.
And y'all the receptionist. Stop it. Preach, brother. Men speak up and unite. Kia says, Black, you know we're family. We don't do that petty-ish when we are out. We look out. That's different. And that's why I said I'm glad you vouching for that. So for me, it's not the matter of me spending, it's the principle once you make it transactional. And I use as a perfect example, if I'm taking a woman to the movies, I have all these little tests. And I let you get up there and okay, well, we decided what we're going to see. I want to see if you're going to reach in your fucking pocket to even attempt to pay. Once you show me I got you for the rest of the night. But bitch, if you stand aside and look me up and down, I'll pay. Now you're gonna suck some dick in the movie theater because you done made it transactional at that point. Butter this popcorn and butter this dick too. I'm just
you getting put out.
I can't with him. You know what, Tasha?
Don't make it transactional.
You know what? Tasha, they gonna come to his house. They gonna suck some dicks. Then they gonna beat him and rob his ass.
I watched too much First 48. That's why I started letting these ratchet bitches in because they get stronger by the day. So you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Man.
So anyway, folks, we are at our time. I definitely thank you for letting me bring a little bit of laughter and humor into your life. But I meant what I said. It might be funny, but I meant what I said. So this was our first foray into TFG. Look, if you like these subjects, do yourself a favor. They're right there on TFG's His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. Check them out. Form your own opinions. Comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, not just to TFG's channel, but to its platform. Man, big things are happening in 2024. The Black Hollywood Report taking off like nobody's business. It is rapidly becoming a go-to site where you don't get the fuckery and foolishness from some of the others. You get real reporting from a real perspective, and it's going to only get better. This is a new year. TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes. We're going to be coming back to Sports Hustle, the Real Estate Insider. If you haven't been to the Real Estate Insider, he's not just showing houses. It's a whole fucking party over there, people. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, and support your boy here. Me and Tasha, support us. Come back and support us. We didn't have our full family right now. A lot of things going on with the storm and whatnot. So people getting their stuff together. So thank you for sharing just a little bit of your time with us. And I hope that we made you laugh and made you think. And so until next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and always keep it real. Peace out.
Okay.